Hi, everyone, and welcome to another A&B Horror Movies video. I'm Aaron.
I'm Ben.
And today we are...
Garry. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Nope, go ahead. Even better.
He's Garry. I'm Walter.
Awesome. Yes, so I was just going to say we are joined by two very special guests today, Garry Medeiros and Walter Rivero. And we are going to be talking about Plaga Zombie, American Invasion. So these guys, Garry was the director of this movie. Walter stars in it. However, because it was a sort of indie film, I guess I would say, they both wore very many hats. In fact, I even wrote down some of the hats that you guys wore. Just a second. So Garry, you were the director, of course, but you're also the actor, writer. You worked in the art department, editor, cinematographer, visual effects, drone operator, which I thought was cool, and set builder. Did I miss anything?
Would you get the drone operator? I actually had my good friend Kevin Louise did all my drone work. So
it was
actually, I did.
It was Vinny.
You were listed in the credits, so I did some research. I watched the credits.
Yeah, who wrote those credits?
I don't know.
I did. It's been so long. I already forgot.
We forgot already. We don't know who did what.
Yes, and Walter, I know you wore many hats too. You were actor, writer, producer, and set builder. What did I miss? Probably a lot more.
Zombie.
Yeah, he did makeup.
He did, I sang.
He fed ooze to the zombie.
Yeah, I sang songs.
Awesome. All right. Well, before we talk about this epic zombie film, like always, we're going to talk about what we're drinking. So, Garry, why don't you go first?
I'm actually drinking a Sam Adams Cold IPA, and it comes in their winter sampler. It's pretty good.
Very cool. Nice. I haven't had that before. I'll have to check it out. Ben, do you want to go next?
Yep. Just my normal brew dog, bit of Planet Ale.
You love your brew dogs. I've got an ectoplasm cider from Far From the Tree located in Salem, Massachusetts. And since we're going to be talking about a zombie movie, I thought I would pull out the Tarman Geeky Tiki from nice. Return of the Living Dead. Pretty cool, right?
Very nice.
Awesome.
I gotta give me one of those.
Yes.
For my non-alcoholic beverages.
Exactly.
And I'm drinking the invisible concoction.
The invisible.
I don't
It looks nice.
Looks good, yes. And what's the brewery? I'm kidding.
Invisible brewery.
Yes. Awesome. Well, let's just jump right into it. Loved the film. I've watched it twice now. It's funny. It's got some intense scenes. There's action, lots of zombie gore. I guess my first question is, what was the inspiration? So how did you get to the finished product? What was the pre-production process like?
Well, the inspiration came from the original trilogy, Plaga Zombie.
Of course.
And,
obviously.
You know, being a fan from it. And I mean, just watching the original One Star movie, I mean, obvious, Sam Raimi, Peter Jackson, those were definitely the inspirations for the film, the slapstick plus horror, the genre that, we love.
Very cool. I love the intro, the whole setup with the guy and the aliens and the spaceship. We try not to do spoilers, but is it okay if we mention aliens?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's out. It's been out. So.
It's been out, yeah.
Yeah, you see it in the trailer anyway. So.
Yeah, it's
that's true. That's true. Nice. Ben, what do you got?
So I was going to ask how long, because I kind of found out somewhere that it took a while to make. Am I correct?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I think
8 years.
We started in
2013.
We actually started shooting. We shot like 3 of the scenes, and I had to stop it because we weren't ready. We weren't prepared. We didn't have our makeup artist literally quit the day before we were supposed to shoot, and so I decided to put the brakes on it. I said, let's give us a year. And also, it was my first movie actually, like filming with a cinema camera. I was used to, like, back in the day with just a camcorder, everything auto, so I had to actually learn how to use the camera. So I took a year to kind of get acquainted with the camera, learning everything, the ins and outs of how it works. and then we came back a year later and reshot everything that we shot the first time. So
Cool.
we have some versions of the movie that
that didn't make it to the
right.
a lot of scenes. And I got to grow my hair long, so I was happy about that.
Very cool. Yes, your
Yes, it was
Cobra character is very badass. You did a nice job.
That was the real reason.
Yeah,
why
he was waiting for me to grow my hair.
I
I didn't want to wear a wig. So
I had to look.
let me grow.
Such a cool character.
Perfect.
Obviously, the T-shirt you have on
Oh yeah.
is a lot like your character, Snake Plissken.
Yeah.
It's my favorite movie, character.
No.
Yes. I love Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell and everything he does. The Thing.
Very cool.
Overboard.
Everything. But that role for me was something that, I always, if I'm if I'm ever an actor as a kid, I want to be this fucking guy somehow.
It's such a cool character as well.
Yeah.
We watched it the other night and we were saying how cool character we thought he was, and he's good fun.
Thank you.
So
I tried not to mimic him, but then they said that he was also mimicking Clint Eastwood. So everybody takes from
their
inspiration.
Yeah, of course. Inspiration, right?
I think I was more of a wise ass, like a prick.
Yes.
Personally, I've always
a little
liked
bit of that.
Yeah.
I've always liked the anti-hero, where you don't know what he's really. Is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? Or is he just out for himself? So I've always liked that kind of type of character.
Yes.
Yeah, it was cool though.
Yeah, I love this scene on the beach at the end when you and Sam Sampson are slapping each other.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah. That was supposed to be.
What?
That was supposed to be a completely different fight. He was gonna pick me up, suplex. I'm like, Garry, we're gonna die on this beach today. And he's like, why don't we just smack each other around? He's like, yeah, that's funny. Let's do it. He's easy like that. Like he's easy to change stuff at the whim.
Yeah, it was good.
So,
so I know there are some musical numbers in this. Walter, you said you even did some singing. Did you always know that you were going to insert some music into the film, right from the start, or was it? How did that come about?
Because of the originals, they always have a musical number. So
of course
we decided we were gonna. There's the one with Sam actually. We came up with that after, because originally it was supposed to be we had to cut a lot from the movie. So the movie actually took place in 2 days, and this was supposed to be a night where they were going to sleep, and that's when Sam starts singing, and it was supposed to be this big ballad.
Yeah,
with
I'm in the shower and I'm singing.
Cobra was supposed to come into the song, and it was supposed to be a big number that obviously we didn't have the resources to pull it off, so we changed it to Sam in the mirror.
And then Matt, which is the actor who plays Sam, sang the song, and it didn't come out. We got our music guys that made the score to redo the music. And then Gary's like, "You want to sing it?" And I'm like, how am I, going to sing to copy his voice, and mimic his mouth?"
Yeah.
And we pulled it off. I went into the bathroom and I sang it and sent it to the guy. He put a little echo on it, and that was it. Just with my iPhone.
Yeah, we originally gave Matt the chance to
sing, but it didn't work out.
So that's you singing and not Matt?
That's not Matt. No, that's me.
Oh, awesome! I had no idea.
It was hard because he had to put the mouth where I'm singing, so it would.
Right, because originally the scene was,
right.
It was difficult because the scene was already edited before. You know what I mean? So we had to he had to literally get all the timing perfectly.
It was so hard.
To match up with what Matt was doing. Yeah. So,
and sing too. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah.
I mean, I made Matt sound a little bit better, basically. And then one of my original songs is in the liquor store scene where he's getting the beer in the beginning. That's me in the background.
Oh, right.
That's something I wrote, a real song.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love that moment because the frame shrinks, right? And it looks like an old VHS tape with the 80s kind of background. It was fun. I think I liked it even more the second time through.
Yeah, that was kind of like an homage to those old public
videos,
the public,
Yes.
you know, videos you'd see on the public
MTV,
access channel,
Public
or whatever.
TV, right. Or back in school, the teacher would roll in the television.
With the bad chroma key.
Yeah.
Yes.
We try to do 80s stuff, but not too like, nostalgic stuff.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody's doing it now, Stranger Things, blah, blah, blah. So we're like, let's just give it a little bit.
There was some cool camera work in there though. I quite liked where one of the zombies was dying, or was it a zombie or one of the people, and the blood come dripping down this, like running down the screen. That was cool. I really liked that. Yeah.
Hitchcock, right?
That was from Evil Dead.
Oh, Evil Dead. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that scene actually had some VFX, because the actor Ben, when the blood first hits his face, it came out in such a high velocity that he literally turned his face. He didn't really get that much blood, so I had to make extra splurts and
we only had one body to use one compressor, and that's it. So it's that same body for every single decapitation or whatever.
So a lot of the splatter that came onto Ben was digitally put in.
Awesome.
But we tried to have a lot of practical effect. We tried to make it, more practical. But it's hard when you don't have a team, it's just us. And
well, that's the toughest part is practical effects.
Yeah.
And that's what takes the most time. And time is not of the essence. You kind of, when you're filming for 12 hours and, you got to get out of the spot where you're at, you kind of, all right, fix it in post. You hate that word. I hate that word.
Yeah. Poor Garry.
Sometimes you have no choice.
The post production, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
The post work. Yeah. One thing that stood out to me, especially rewatching it, is the score and the audio. I think it was really crisp and really matched what was happening, and added to the emotion and the entertainment value. So I would say you did a really nice job with that. What was it like? What was it like doing the audio and adding that into the scenes and in the editing process?
It sucked.
Yeah, we had to dub everything. We had a guy that was basically, we had 10 different people doing the sound, inexperienced people, and you hear birds chirping while the other people are talking, but you're 1,000 feet away, right?
High.
I'd have to say probably I'd give it about 70 to 75% of the movie is dubbed over. We had to get the actors
back in the studio.
Back here. We didn't have a studio. We just
right there in your bedroom,
right here,
or wherever you are.
Yeah, pretty much. You'd be standing in front of the computer. I put a thing up with some blankets to kind of get rid of the echo in the room, and then they'd watch it. I'd have them sync to it. Play the movie back. All right, do it again.
Yeah.
So, was it hard?
And then we got creative. It was hard. We got creative when we started doing our own sound effects, opening up a bottle, we do let's do our own Foley, and we did that.
But with the dubs of the people, the actors, certain ones can do it to a T, and then there's other ones that they kind of they can't replicate the same,
acting,
the same thing twice.
Yeah, it was hard.
Some actors were harder than others, but we got through it.
Was it hard getting what they were saying to line up with the moving mouths? I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't say that very well, but
or the intensity or the acting, they didn't have it in them anymore. I mean, these were years after. Some of these people just moved on. They're like, I'm done with this. What do you want?
Well, it's more like, as an actor, you get the actor that can replicate the same. They'll say the same line the same way a million times.
Corey was very good at that.
Yeah, Corey did. He came in and we banged out all this his audio in literally 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then you have someone, Matt's more of a method actor, where he's awesome, but he can't replicate. He'll do it differently. It's kind of almost like some musicians are kind of that way. They can't do the same thing over, and they always change it up just a little bit. You know what I mean? And that was the difficult part, was trying to get them to hit, because it's so hard to the
emotions that they were going through that day. Maybe they were pissed off and it came out And then
or
that
just
day
to,
he was just like,
just to hit, like, you know, you say a sentence
Yeah.
to hit
tongue-tied.
every precise word at the same time. It's really hard to do.
I remember when Matt was doing one time, he was drinking and smoking and he's like slurring. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you." I'm like, "What are you saying right now? I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to say. I'm gonna kill you. Oh, I'm gonna kill you." Like, oh no. You can't drink. You can't drink and smoke when we're doing this. No.
Oh, of course not. Right. Ben and I have had videos like that. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Smoke after you're done. That's it.
We did do a live streaming video party once, and one of the guests was smoking a joint on video for everyone to see. And a few people left. They're like, "I don't feel comfortable with this." Like, we don't,
Yeah.
we don't even know this person.
Like, we don't endorse it, but you know.
Right.
We're not party poopers.
Yes.
I mean, we have a lot of pot smoking in the movie, but we're not trying to endorse, you know, drugs.
Of course, and we don't.
It's like a real life. We're trying to portray a real life situation. A guy's going outside to smoke a blunt, and he sees a UFO. Boom.
Exactly. You got something
worse.
Yeah, could be worse, right? You got something next,
Yeah.
Ben, or do you want me to jump in?
Yeah. So obviously it was a comedy. You guys seem like you had really fun time filming it. From when I watched it, it looked like you was having a good time. And you've got like the character Manny, which was, I thought it was really funny. I just wondered if you had a favourite scene that you remember filming that was you enjoyed filming. Sorry.
You said the junkyard. The junkyard was.
The junkyard was my least favorite day.
But it was your favorite scene.
I didn't sleep for like 24 hours. I was up for like,
oh my gosh,
24 hours, and it's a kind of a blur, but somehow I got through it.
What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene to film? What was yours?
All of mine.
all of your moments.
I think I had more fun as a zombie because I could let loose. Yeah. So I think my favorite scene was probably either the gay zombie.
Do you know, I was just about to see the camp zombie, like that. Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite, you know, aside from Cobra, I think he was one of my favorite. But then I also have the Muppet one where I'm killing the girl with the rubber ducky.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was just an instant, but I lost control doing it. I'm like, oh, fuck it.
I have to say, I think that one of the funnest days was, you know, that scene where the zombies are going crazy and killing all the people.
Yeah.
That was a 2-day shoot. The first day we did it, we literally came up with the member rip scene, the flasher, and we came up with that around the spot, and we just created a prosthetic.
You found it yesterday. We were looking for something else, and he's like, "Look what I found." I'm like, "Oh, you still have that?"
But that was a fun day because that was fun. We literally kind of winged the whole thing. So you know, just coming up with things on the spot and just making things happen out of nothing was fun. So
awesome.
Yeah.
And it all came together so well, at least in my opinion.
That was the scene when Walter was playing hitting the girl with the rubber ducky.
We had one shot.
They were all done up in makeup, and then it started raining. So we were all underneath this. We had like this big canopy that we would set up for makeup, and we were all standing underneath it, waiting for the rain to stop, and it wasn't stopping. And I looked over at him, and we were going to call it a day. We're like, we have to stop. And I looked over at him and our other buddy Jeremy, and we were dressed as Bert and Ernie. And I was like, no, we gotta get this scene in the movie. So I told everybody to grab a corner of the canopy, and everybody picked it up. We walked it over to the spot and used the canopy just to get that one shot of them.
We got one hit. That was it. The girl had to fall correctly, and I had to go ape shit with the rubber duck.
That's so cool.
And I even look like a Muppet. As I watch it, my arm is like weird looking, like it's like a Muppet for real. I'm like, oh shit. The thing wouldn't come off. Like it was nice timing.
There was some cool bits in there though. I picked up, I thought was quite cool. There was a zombie death, and they all landed in like see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Oh, right, yeah.
I thought that was really clever. I enjoyed that. That was really
you guys
good.
picked that up, so I'm glad. We had some of the extras that came to all the premieres we had, and I think it was the third showing. some of them came up to us like, oh, I didn't notice. You know, I always pick up on little things I didn't notice before, and they mentioned the see no evil, hear no evil. So it's pretty cool when somebody actually, you know, see something,
picks up on those
new.
things. What was the premiere? Oh, go ahead, man. Did you have something?
No, you go for it.
Well, just adding to what you were saying, what was the premiere like? What were your nerves like when you saw it on the big screen with an audience the very first time?
We had one that was for just like cast and crew. That one was probably the most emotional because it's been so long, and it was, you know, I couldn't even talk. I was like,
we stood next. We were like this, watching everybody, you know, on a side.
Yes. Was there a moment though when you realized this is a good movie, or that like when the audience was laughing or?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's like a relief. So
big exhale.
It's waiting for all those moments where they're supposed to laugh, and you know, when it happens and you get the reaction from the crowd, you know, it's no better feeling, I don't think.
Yeah. And I think that they're going to be genuine about their feelings, so because they were in it, so that they're going to be like, oh, you know, what the fuck am I in?
And then,
but they weren't. They were all happy, like, oh my god, what the fuck, you guys are amazing. We're like, oh shit, okay.
Awesome.
And I think what was cool too is like the first premiere we had like a bunch of, we had it in this church, which has like a whole theater part to
we filmed it.
Yeah, it's pretty much where we had the scene at the end of the movie when they're like playing the Manny Be Good song.
The band, the zombie band.
That's part of
the church.
That's part of a church, and we had a premiere there because it has a screen and a projector.
Oh, cool.
And the whole first row was like these old ladies, these old church ladies, and watching them, and they were reacting and laughing. And, you know,
that's epic. I love that moment in the movie, like with the rock band, and then the zombies in the audience start dancing.
But it was funny to see, like, you know, church ladies, old ladies, like kind of, they got the jokes and they were laughing, you know. So you were a little worried in the beginning.
Could go in a very different direction, right?
It's not like a Terrifier 2 type of movie. I mean, it's not that disgusting, so it's watchable. You know, some people walked out of Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
We had church ladies like
clapping. I mean, the humor plays such a huge role. It's sort of it's, I don't know, it's sort of the fun factor, I guess. So that makes sense. Yeah.
That dark humor.
It's more cartoony.
Yeah.
It's colorful.
It was a really fun film. I thought it was well balanced. I said to Aaron, I love the start because you get the narrator at the start, and it kind of reminded me of my favorite book, War of the Worlds. And it was just like a start, and I was sort of taken in then just from that bit. I thought that was really cool. And there from on, there was some really cool zombie kills. I picked up, like you said, Evil Dead. I thought there was sort of a Night of the Living Dead sort of feel at some bits. Terminator was kind of
very cool.
I was just wondering, is there any sort of other sort of yourself, Snake? Is there any other nods at movies that we may have missed, or?
Back to the Future.
We get Back to the Future. We had Work Shed. That would be Evil Dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gremlins. When they're all inside and then they light the fuse. And
I picked up on that too. Yeah, that was good.
Because we're kind of like Gremlins. Like his idea was kind of like, these are ravenous, crazy. They're not like the typical, I bite you, you turn into a zombie. They're more like crazy, fucking, each one of them had like a personality, I guess, in a certain way.
Like
mischievous, yeah.
And all the different colors. It's like all the zombies didn't look the same. Each one was different. Right. Another moment I really liked is there's a scene, I don't want to give anything away, when the zombies start coming out of the ocean. At that point, you're like, oh my God, what else can happen? And you could almost see that on the actors' faces too, right? They're like, what the hell's happening now? What was it like doing a scene like that where they're coming up out of the water? I mean, obviously you can't hold your breath for so long, but with the makeup and the water, what were the challenges?
The quick shots, right?
Before we do it, speaking of like nods to movies, there's a nod the first zombie that comes out. I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but there's a nod to Shockwaves, the movie.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Yeah, the German zombie.
So,
and then we had the Grauman's fisherman. Grauman's?
Yeah.
Ron was wearing the.
But yeah, the makeup was a pain because it was a water-based makeup that we used. So there's only so many dunks that can go down and come back up.
We had the whole rocks too, like rocks underwater, and we couldn't hear. Go up. And we're like,
people.
I gotta get up.
People are very buoyant. I remember there was like one of the actresses couldn't stay down. She's like, I can't stay down. So I picked up a huge bowl and like I handed it to her. I'm like, yeah, hold this.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
That was filmed in 2 different occasions. That was filmed in the beginning when he started filming, and then we filmed it like years later. Some of them.
Right. So some of that stuff, some of the zombies footage was actually from the first shoot. And that was the very first day we shot was the water scenes, and that was like back in 2013. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we meshed it really, really well with the new.
Yeah, you'd never know.
The Shockwave zombie that we did that like years later.
Cool. Yeah, so we literally was like from the first day we shot, and I think it was the last stuff we shot.
Yeah, the last stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. I also thought Manny, I don't know why, he reminded me of, I don't know if you've seen it, Kip from Napoleon Dynamite, and that sort of made me giggle quite a bit. He was quite that sort of,
Actually, the characters Sam and Manny were I used to be a big Martin and Lewis fan, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, so they were kind of written to be, because Sam's like the big brother, and then Ben was kind of like Jerry Lewis, the goofball. So that was kind of the inspiration for those two.
They played off each other so well, cast really well.
Yeah,
Ben, why don't you talk about streaming the movie over in the UK?
Yeah, we had good fun with this. So I've seen it advertised on Amazon before, and then Aaron obviously said about the film and stuff. So I said, yeah, don't worry, I'm going to watch it this weekend. So it's fresh, and it doesn't stream in this country. So I've looked on so many different streaming sites. I can't find it. I've been on the Apple TV, which it said it was on there. I couldn't find out. So I'm just wondering if you know if there's any chance of it being released in the UK.
We gotta talk to Sean.
Yeah, we don't know because we're not really handling the distribution.
We handed it over to a distributor, but he's got to go over there and make the deals with these people in Europe. Like we sold in Poland and France right now.
Now, like Tubi, do you guys have Tubi over there, or is that like?
We tried that. I sent him the link. Yeah.
No, we don't have that. We're pretty simple in the UK.
But you guys will like this. We couldn't figure out how we were going to get Ben to watch the movie, so we ended up doing a Zoom meeting the other night. I shared my screen and played the movie through Tubi, and we watched it together on a Zoom call.
Oh, okay.
And we watched the ads too, so I think it was legit.
Oh, it was longer.
Okay. Yes, make us money, please.
Yeah, we gotta get something.
I will say the quality was great. The audio, everything looked awesome.
How was it for him in the UK? Did it come out? Did it come through well, or
yeah, it was absolutely fine. We was actually saying how good the sound was. We were really impressed with when Matt's character Sam goes into the church. We was impressed how good the footsteps sounded.
Yes, we did comment on that.
That's one thing I'm like a stickler for.
Yeah, we were very adamant about every single the cape and the wind. We wanted to, like that.
Yeah, it was really.
It took a long time.
Yeah, it took a long time. We like to, take our time with it, but I'd rather do it right, than kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can tell that you put your hearts into this, and your attention to detail was very impressive. And it made for a really amazing final product, I would say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And of course, you can buy the Blu-ray Although Ben, this is region 1, so you wouldn't even be able to play it. I was like, maybe I could like overnight it. I mean, I don't know. Can you overnight things to Europe? But then you wouldn't be able to play it. It'd be like region 1 won't play in your machines unless you have a region 3 player.
What about PlayStation? Can you play it on a PlayStation?
You know, I reckon I could, yeah, because I think they're region 3. I think you might be right.
I think you could play it on a play. I think. I'm not sure.
I'd like to say, because I would like to have a copy for my collection, because it's a super fun film. As Aaron was saying, we thought it was funny. There was some brilliant zombie kills, some really good funny bits between the characters, and yeah, we just enjoyed it. And I think I watched it. It was quite late.
It was late.
I didn't fall asleep, so it was good.
He's 5 hours ahead. Go ahead.
Are there any like Plaga Zombie fans in the UK that you could like have like get-togethers with, or that would want to watch it?
The original trilogy, I think you're talking about, right?
Well, not. I mean, like what?
The new one.
Would you have a group of people that want to watch?
Yeah, definitely.
Movie where they had like a fans that watched the Troll 2 movie and like they would get together and just watch Troll 2. Like, is there like a Plaga Zombie UK like people like that would want to watch it over there?
Yeah, definitely.
Just Ben.
I would say, yeah, definitely. It's the thing is, it's like I said it was a really. I just looked at it as a really awesome B movie, and that is so big. And obviously, zombie films are even bigger. And yeah, I just definitely think there would be an audience for it in the UK.
I'll talk to our distributor and see. And tell them, hey, get it in the UK.
We need some people.
Make it happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's going to be people watch this, and there's people who follow us on Instagram and our YouTube channel for the UK, so they're going to see this and be interested also.
That's cool.
Yes,
I want to go to England. I've always wanted to. I've been to France. I've never been to England, so I want to actually go to the slaughtered lamb and get devoured by a werewolf.
You know, I live like probably an hour down the road from where the slaughtered lamb was filmed.
All
right, we're coming to you then.
We're going to you. I want to go to England. I really do. Awesome. Make us famous over there. I'll go there with like a cake.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm here.
Dressed
as the Cobra. They love that.
Yeah. That's cool. You know what? We actually have a question that came in from one of our viewers who is a fan of the film and lives in Massachusetts. So he had some questions about, about the filming location. How much of it was filmed in Massachusetts? I think I know the answer. But what's also funny is that he did some research and found the old company store in Wareham, which I think one of the scenes takes place. So that's his first question. The second question is, what's it like being an independent filmmaker?
The first question, we filmed it all in Massachusetts. It was.
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, obviously the Argentinian.
I was in Argentina filming with Max.
So any scene you see with like the original cast was shot in Argentina.
Awesome.
The original filmmakers actually shot, directed, and edited those scenes for us. So
I was there acting with them, and also, like when the guy's on TV, my head is there doing like the interview and stuff. So I was present with those situations over there, and then they edited it. But everything was filmed here.
Yeah. So New Bedford.
Yep.
Wareham.
Dartmouth.
Fairhaven. We didn't do anything.
We did
in
the boat.
Dartmouth, Westport. So probably 5 different places.
Yeah. Cool.
The beach scene was no, sorry. I was going to say the beach scene was Westport, and then
and the warehouse.
Warehouse is New Bedford.
Yeah. We were lucky to get these locations for nothing. Like people were like, oh, liquor store. We need a liquor store. Okay, come to our bar. You could use our bar. Like we got so lucky.
Yeah.
We cool. Basically, the whole FX stuff. That's what killed us. The food and the time. But the actual locations, people were cool. So let us film. We got a boat. Yeah. From a guy. We need a boat
scene. Yes. Awesome.
I think all the bad luck. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I forgot to mention the viewer's name. It's at Fake Voorhees on Instagram. I wanted to give him a shout out for giving us a question.
What was the other one? Oh, about the independent.
Oh yeah, what's it like being an independent filmmaker, and I guess being involved with making an independent film?
You want to tell them the truth?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but you know, it's a lot of work, and there's many times you just want to go home and you don't know why you're doing it.
Right.
But then there's times like we were shooting something not too long ago, and it was like, no matter how hard or much it stresses you out and it's tiring, you wouldn't want to do anything else. You just love what you're doing. So you have to know you're doing it for the love of it. Because
right.
If you have like idea to be
rich,
famous or rich, like forget about it. You're not doing it for that, because you wouldn't be going through this trouble. You have to do it because you love to do it. So
of course,
that's what I would say. If you have the passion and it's what you want to do, just go out and do it. And that's about it.
I mean, look, like Terrifier, what they do, like 4 movies before they actually became this big hit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like The Short, and then
right. So
All Hallows Eve.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they kept on going. So we have no choice. I mean, we're not that. They're younger, and we're kind of like, it's harder, I think, here, like in this region, like New York and
yes,
Massachusetts.
Yeah. Plus it gets cold.
Yeah. So it's I got to drive up here. We got to chill. Like we were supposed to do a shoot today and yesterday, but didn't happen because our actresses got sick. So we fucked around anyway.
Man. Well, actually, that brings me to my next question. What are some of the projects you're working on now? What's upcoming? Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, we have a film called The Terror Factory, which is going to be a slasher film that's going to take place in like a haunt, like a
cool,
in a factory. So
yeah, they chase
Just
you.
gotta say, that is an awesome title for a movie.
it is.
Yeah.
Factory.
We're trying to like maybe actually get a budget for this one, so we're waiting, to see what.
Yeah, we have some grants that we're waiting for to see if we get approved for it.
Because we Plaga Zombie with him, it took a toll on us, like mentally and physically. Like I would have to come over here and I watch this poor man just like edit everything, and I can't do anything. And I would just give him beers or water or beers or whatnot.
Well, I don't think money's gonna solve it.
Well, we could get some edit.
It helps.
I'll still be going through that hell.
But we'll have better people to do the sound, and we'll have better people that will know how to.
We need a dedicated effects
crew,
to do the effects for us.
Yes. Yeah, but I mean, it's an awesome film, and it must have been a positive learning experience at the same time, right? You can use what I guess, are there things that you would have done differently in retrospect with the making of this movie?
There's a lot I would have done differently.
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes that weren't. The movie went in different directions. Like, I'm not going to spoil it, but I supposedly was going to be doing something else.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
As in, we weren't prepared. Like, we put too much on our plate. So when you go out in a day, we wanted to shoot like that whole scene where the three of them get attacked by all the zombies, and you got Matt and Corey and Ben fighting all the zombies.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to get all that done in one day. It was like, it was too much to do, so we had to break it down into 3 days, and each scene was done separately. Each character was done separately. So you kind of learn what you can handle, and kind of when to scale it back and not put too much on yourself, So that's probably what we learned the most.
Yeah. Cool.
And schedule.
Well, we want to be respectful of your time. I have sort of a fun question. Other than this, what is your favorite zombie movie?
Zombie. I've always liked Return of the Living Dead.
I'm a Day of the Dead fan.
Hey, I'm wearing Return of the Living Dead.
There you go. I like the tone of the Day of the Dead.
Yes.
Romero one, not the new Contagion, whatever.
I always like the comedy.
Yeah,
mixed in with my horror.
So Dawn of the Dead would be.
Yes. Send more paramedics.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I love all those movies, but if I had to choose which one, I always pop in sometimes, and it's on TV. Day of the Dead.
I've always loved like the whole Return of the Living Dead, just the beginning of like the whole story idea of how like the original Night of the Living Dead was a true story, and you know, I thought it was genius.
Yes,
mixed all that together.
And Shaun of the Dead is a good comedy.
Oh yeah, that's another great zombie film.
Yeah, I like them all. I'll watch anything.
Me too. Yeah. Ben, what were you
anything
saying?
with zombies?
Yes.
I was just going to ask if there was a horror movie franchise given the chance that you could revive or have a go at, what would it be?
One I've always wanted to do would be Halloween. I've always wanted to do Halloween correctly, you know, like, I don't know, bring it back to the original and the feeling, you know.
Scary and what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Everything now is
that would be for me. I don't know, for you probably.
I would like that, but with gore.
Cool.
You know, because you know, I like Terrifier. I liked it a lot, but it's not suspenseful. It's not like, oh shit, he's coming.
It's kind of
like
goofy.
You know, that creepy feeling when a spider crawls on you. Like,
yes.
Like if somebody came from behind me right now and like just popped their head, I'd be like, fuck, I want that.
Yes.
In the dark.
What did you think of Rob Zombie's take on the Halloween films? Did you like those?
You like?
I liked the first half of the first one, and I actually liked the second one because it was all original. You know,
I liked the
I thought
the second one too. I'm glad to hear that.
The second one, the hospital scene in the beginning was so awesome. I don't know why they made it a dream sequence. I was like, that was so good. You know, I wish they kept that tone through the whole movie, but that, you know.
What about Halloween Ends?
We're actually okay. We were okay with it. We did a review of the video. I mean, we did a review video.
Yeah. I saw it.
Right. My opinion was it wasn't bad, but kind of to end it off, it was kind of a weird, you know, thing to crowbar to throw into.
They made it seem like it was going to be, you know, Laurie and Michael the whole movie going at it again, and then all of a sudden you introduce this other guy.
As a film, a standalone film, I think,
it would have been good.
Standalone film, Halloween Ends, I think was best out of the three of them.
Yeah, I like Corey. I like his character. I like how he becomes this evil thing. You know, his eyes turn black. You can tell in the movie when his eyes are black.
Yes.
People didn't pick up on that. Like, his eyes are black. I'm like, yo, his eyes are black. And they're like, no, they're not. I'm like, dude, he's on the motorcycle. His eyes are black. That's just the camera. I'm like, all right.
Let's see. Maybe black. I wonder if it really is over or if they'll do more. Guess time will tell.
Yeah. But I like Season of the Witch too. You know, people hated that.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I love that.
Yeah, I like it. I've come around to it. When I first watched it as a kid, I kept waiting for Michael Myers, even right up to the very end. So that was upsetting. But I like it now as a standalone film.
Yeah, it's entertaining, and I love Tom Atkins. So
yes, he's awesome.
That was another good one. Night of the Creeps.
Night of the Creeps.
Yes. What is it? Your dates are here, but they're dead. Good news and bad news. Yeah.
Got good news for you, babe.
Is it Thrill Me? Is that
it's Thrill Me, yes. Man, Ben and I could talk horror movies for hours. But we should wrap this up. Plaga Zombie, you can get the Blu-ray on Amazon. It's also streaming on Tubi, right?
Tubi,
I think. Is that how you say it, Tubi?
Yeah. And Amazon Prime too.
And if you're in the UK, I was just going to say.
You get PlayStation.
Yes.
We'll send this to Sean. He's got to see this.
Yeah.
Ben, I'll get you a copy and I'll send it over to you with our shirts that we're getting, t-shirts. So awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for watching. Like always, if there's anything you'd like us to cover in a future video, add a comment and we will consider it.
Definitely go over to Instagram, follow us over there. And if you just come across these videos, hit the sub because it helps our channel. And cheers for watching. And thank you to Garry and Walter for coming on.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for having us.
Wait for me over there in the Slaughtered Lamb. I'll be there.
Have a UK premiere.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Thanks, man.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Good night.